2-Minute Christianity. 50 Big Ideas Every Christian Should Understand. Chapter 8. Ontological Argument. Anselm of Canterbury formulated the original ontological argument 1,000 years ago. First, define God as the greatest possible being that we can imagine. Next, consider existence only in someone's mind versus existence in reality. The latter is obviously greater. Finally, since God must be the greatest possible being, he must exist in reality. If he didn't, he wouldn't meet the definition of the greatest possible being. This is a popular argument for Christianity, but how is this not wishing something into existence? If we can simply think God into existence, what else can we think into existence? There are other issues. Look at that first step in the argument. It defines God as the greatest possible being that we can imagine. But in step 3, we are talking about beings that exist, and the definition of God from the first step no longer applies. Definitions have switched mid-argument. Next, greatest is subjective. Was the English military victory at Agincourt, or the Greek holding action at Thermopylae greater? Was the Hoover Dam or the Taj Mahal the greater civil engineering project? Is the greater God the omnipotent one, or is he the one limited in power but who surpasses his limitations by getting things done through cooperation? The greatest possible being is like the highest integer, you can always go a little higher. God from the first point in the argument, that is, God is the greatest being that we can imagine, is undefined, just like the greatest political candidate. These are subjective categories. Next, given the genocide, slavery, and other backwards thinking in the Old Testament, God is clearly not the greatest possible being. Next, the greatest possible being is perfectly satisfied and has no needs. No needs means no motivation to change or create, so it can't be the creator of our universe. Next, if we're just imagining things into existence, other less pleasant things could come along as well. The ontological argument invites its negative version. First, define God as the worst possible being that we can imagine. Then consider existence only in someone's mind versus existence in reality. It would obviously be worse if this being actually existed. Finally, since God must be the worst possible being, he must exist in reality. Lastly, many philosophers have rejected the argument. David Hume observed that to think of a unicorn, for example, is to think of it existing. Adding a second step, now think of the unicorn existing, is meaningless. The same is true for God. The idea of God is the idea of God existing, and the argument no longer works. The ontological argument is effective, not because it's right, but because it's perplexing. A God who wanted a relationship with humans wouldn't be findable only through opaque arguments. What do you think? Add a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. To read the text of this chapter with references, go to 2minutechristianity.com and search for this chapter. Or buy the book and get all 50 chapters at once. Thanks for your interest.